Okay, so yeah, so hi guys, my name is Saurav. I like to make content on cloud, DevOps, Kubernetes, Docker in general. So today I will show you that how can you able to deploy application using Docker and Kubernetes on either your public cloud or private cloud. And the thing is, we were going to learn a different kind of application deployment as well as the different kind of application itself. That application is called Network Checker. Let me just open my GitHub profile. This is the particular application, and now the thing is, what does this application actually do? Okay, this is a simple application which will allow you to do all lot of stuffs which you do. If let's just say if you're a DevOps engineer, if you are a infra guy, you will do in a regular basis. For example, if let's just say you're going to check open ports, how many ports are there in a particular domain, or how many ports particular open are in a particular server IP itself. If you want to check if a particular domain is available or not, if either someone buy it or not, if you want to check the trace route or trace path of a particular domain or particular IP address. So this is the go-to application for you. It will give you all those kind of you can say utilities in one single frame. Okay, you will see I have done all those instruction as well. If you want to deploy it into your own environment, I will also in this video I will also going to tell you how you can use that. Okay, so for that I'm going to use AWS, and let me just show you what I'm going to actually do today. So let me just open this thing and let me just paste this thing. I hope you are able to see that. So first thing first, we are going to deploy EC2 instance in an AWS environment. We will try to install Docker and Docker Compose, and then we will going to clone our repositories and configure our code. We will try to install web server as well. We will try to install SSL certificates, and once, if let's just say the manual stuff is completed, if let's just say we will not get any error and our application is working properly as our expected, so then we will try to modify the deployment part, modify the installation part using CI/CD pipeline. We are going to use GitHub action in the deployment part. If let's just say if it is in a staging branch, we will try to use a staging branch as a EC2 instance deployment, and production or master branch into a Kubernetes kind of deployment. Okay, so let me just open my AWS console and create a EC2 instance here only. Okay, and let's just I hope all of you are very much familiar how to create a EC2 instance in AWS. If not, you can able to see that. Okay, so let me just create a server first. Let me just zoom it a little bit so you can able to see. So you can name it whatever you want. Oh fuck. Network Toolkit. Okay, Network Toolkit. You can use whatever the AMI images, since we are going to deploy this entire application into Docker. So OS is not a major factor in here. Okay, you can use whatever the instance type, but I generally prefer T2 medium because it is a small application. Either it is a small application, but yeah, you have to do it. I'm just creating a PEM file, network kit key. Okay, create that key. It will download into your download folders or documents. Maybe you can able to done it. I will allow 480 and 443 traffic right now, but in your case you can do the customization accordingly. Okay, so let me just allow 25 GB of storage. That is sufficient for this application, not more than needed actually. Okay, so it will create a security group, it will create a installation, it will create a EC2 instance for that, and you will see EC2 instance is created. And then what you have to do is that you have to create a elastic IP that your server IP will not get dynamically created. Okay, allocate the IP address, allocate this thing, associate this IP address to the EC2 instance which you created. Okay, simple. And once it is there, you will have a properly suited setup. network toolkit. Okay, go to your EC2 instance, refresh your browser, and copy your IP address, whatever the IP address you have created. This is keep in mind, this is the public IP address, and this is the IP address which you created right now, that the elastic IP. Okay, and go to your terminal. Right now I'm using Linux. If you can use in your environment Windows or whatever you want to use. Okay, so SSH into your server, whatever the key file you're using. Let me just SSH-i network PEM file, followed by the Ubuntu user and the IP address. Enter it, and you will. Okay, so just permission, give the permission. Okay, bad permission, it is giving you the bad permission error. Okay, so again try that, please. Yeah. Okay, so right now you are entering into that EC2 instance. Okay, first thing first, you need to update the repository. First thing first. Okay, this is the bare metal thing you need to do in that. Okay, and then what you have to do is that you can you go to Docker installation, install latest version of Docker. It's not hardcore that you have to install the latest version, but yeah, if let's just say we are going to deploy this thing, then it is a very good practice to install Docker into a latest version. Okay, so I just copy the entire thing and paste it into a script. Okay, so this will going to install me a Docker completely. Okay, Docker complete setup. So let's just wait for this installation to be completed. I don't have to do anything. I just copy paste that command which is provided into the official documentation. Okay, so let me just wait for this thing to complete it. So the script is executed properly, and you can able to check that if let's just say your Docker is installed or not using this command. You will see Docker is properly installed. Now you have to install Docker Compose as well. Sudo apt install Docker -compose. So what is Docker Compose? Docker Compose is nothing but a utility which will give you the ability to install install a package which will manage, which will give you the ability to manage multiple Docker container. Okay, it is not as good as Kubernetes, but yeah, for a staging and development kind of scene, this is a good thing. And let me just install Git. So Git is also there. So I will create an application called Network Toolkit. Go to the directory, and I will going to clone our repository. Git clone followed by the our this thing, our URL. Paste the URL, and voila, you good to go. And you can check Docker Compose hyphen version. So Docker Compose should be there, and let me just type Docker Compose up -d. Docker Compose up -d. Okay, so once it is done, so we will get an error regarding the permission. Okay, so type sudo again, and it will do all the configuration and all the thing which you actually required into your setup. Okay, so let me just wait for a couple of seconds to deploy and boot the entire thing. So yeah, Docker Compose has created our application. Let me just check you will see a Network Toolkit application is up. The state is up actually, and you can able to check the logs as well, and you will see it is my application is live, active and live. It is actually listening on 5000. Now thing is, if let's just say if I want currently that I want to access by using this IP address followed by the port number, which is this one, 5000. If I enter here right now, it will not going to open because I didn't allow that thing into our security group. Okay, so let me just open my security group and allow our 5000 port, so I can able to give you the understanding that how that application is look like. We will going to block it after the configuration of the SSL, but right now I'm just allowing it. Allow the app port. Save the rules and let me just refresh that thing. And if everything is working properly now, then we will should have a you will see our application is live and I can able to access it. Okay, so how that application actually work let me just show you. For example, let's just say if I type google.com now, this is the domain. I will want to check that how many ports are open for this particular domain. Okay, I can able to check that. Start the scan. It will give you that 80 and 443 port are open. Okay, and this is the IP address corresponding to it. This is the load balancer IP address. It keeps changing. If let's just see if I want to check the DNS entry, which IP address corresponding to this particular domain is associated with it, I can able to see that DNS lookup, and it will give you the load balancer IP address. If you want to check mail server lookup as well, you can able to do that. Mail server, it is also going to be giving you the entry. Okay, and there's another thing I added. If let's just say if you want to check that, if let's just say my domain or someone domain is blocklisted by the public DNS as well or not, then this is the thing. You will see that one public DNS is actually blocked, otherwise mostly is unblocked or not listed. Okay, and you will see if let's just say your domain is available or not. If let's just say your domain is available or not, you can able to repurchase or purchase it accordingly. Okay, so it will see you it is not available. Okay, google.com is actually purchased. And if let's just say if you want to check the MTR or trace path or trace route, you can able to do that. Start the trace route and it will show you a listing that how that your traffic will be residing. Okay, so this is the application. Okay, now thing is we have deployed that thing, we have configured that accordingly, and I want to right now what I need to do is that I want to associate this application to a particular domain. So let me just open my Cloudflare. Just a minute, I'm just logging into my Cloudflare account, and let me just grab my Elastic IP address. And once it is done now, I can able to configure the web server as well. Go to that DNS thing. This is my domain, and go to the DNS section. Add the record, followed by the particular IP address which your server have, and type network kit and or network kit. Yeah, this is network toolkit. This is the URL. This is the URL going to be. Okay, G. Save that thing, and once it is saved now, you can able to see in this thing only also. If you want to see that, you have to wait for a couple of seconds, and you will see that IP address is actually propagated. That DNS thing actually propagated. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to configure the web server right now in my server. So for that I'm going to install what happened, I think server got crashed. Not crash actually, I lost the session actually. Just a minute. Okay, so let me just open the server again. So my terminal got hacked, that's why it is stuck. Now I will going to deploy. I will going to install the web server. I will going to use Nginx. So sudo apt install Nginx. Nginx will be going to install, and then I will going to create a configuration file for our Nginx to be run. So I will going to create a file in etc Nginx site available network toolkit, and here I will going to ship it some configuration parameter which our application will going to use. So what I'm going to do is that I will going to listen to port 80 and followed by the particular server name, which is our domain, which is our domain name. I will add all the security best practices, and once it is done, then you are good to go. And then what I'm going to use that I will going to soft link that particular thing into the site enabled utility where that our configuration will be propagated or applied basically. Okay, so yeah, syntax is okay, but I have to type sudo nginx, and yeah, so the syntax is okay, and I will going to just restart our application, or you can say web server, sudo system restart nginx. Okay, so it is right now it is properly propagated, and we can able to see that also in the web browser as well. If let's just say this is the application, and if I want to use HTTP right now followed by the particular, so I will probably able to access my application using the domain name, but right now I have to put a SSL certificate as well. So for that, what I'm going to use that I'm going to install certbot. So install certbot. Certbot is nothing but a client to talk with the Let's Encrypt certificate, and if let's just say the proper DNS record will be there, then we will get a valid SSL certificate. Okay, and yeah, and then what I'm going to use the certbot followed by the particular web server name or particular provider. Right now I'm going to use Nginx provider. You can type your email. Yes, and type 1 and go to your this thing, and if everything will be there, then we will get a proper certificate and we will get a log sign. Come on, yeah. Okay, so yeah, your application is live right now and properly configured. Okay, so if you want to check it something, for example this thing, docs.docker.com, type here how many ports are open in the Docker's web service proper website, what is the IP address and what not. Okay, whatever you want to check it. So yeah, so you can able to see that how easily we can able to deploy application very easily. So I hope you like this video, you learn something from it. Use this repository, deploy stuff, build stuff, learn new things, and yeah, this is the part 1 where I've deployed it in a manual way. In upcoming or you can say second video, I will try to create a new branch and give you a CI/CD kind of method. How can you deploy that thing into a CI/CD kind of manner. Okay, so yeah, peace.